of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Welcome to the Z100 Artist Interview Lounge. It's powered by Grubhub, and this dude here, it's been such a long time since we had a chance to see each other in real life.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm glad we had that time apart because I was starting to hate you. No, it's my brother from another mother, man. Give it up for Niall Horan, please. Come on now. Hey, yeah, long time, bro, but the smile's still there. You're cranking out new tunes. You're writing another chapter of the book. But how's it all feeling right now, man?
It's feeling good, yeah. It helps when you get a good reaction to it.
Yes.
to the launch of a single. If that had been the other way, I probably would have felt differently about it.
You're having people sing the lyrics to the song quite literally hours after it drops.
Oh, it was nuts, man. That was crazy. Like we released that like 30-second clip online before the song came out.
Yeah.
And then I was saying this to someone earlier, and I walked into the Voice studio the next day to shoot one of the next rounds. And when I walked in, they were like, introduced me in, and they all started singing it.
Dude.
Singing the chorus. I was like,
what the hell is happening?
we could be onto something.
My golly, I think we did it. No, but do you remember, let's go back to a moment. Do you remember prior to the very first Flickr session, brother, when we were in Dublin, in Ireland, and then we went to Shepherd's Bush, but we had a conversation about how it's going to feel to watch these songs come to life. And you had that same type of feeling in your heart, like, man, I just hope it goes over well. And when you first hit the stage, and it was quite literally hours after the music was out, you were singing along to it. What does that mean to you as a songwriter, bro, to know that you're doing what you love and it's really connecting?
Yeah, no, that's most of the reason why we do it. Like you write, when you're writing songs on personal experience, but I always I'm always thinking of live when I'm writing. Like, so you're and trying to connect the dots between me and the fans, because it has to be relatable, whatever I'm saying. Like sometimes songwriters get like real super introspective with their lyric, and it's like, what the fuck's he saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's so personal that I can't connect with it. So I'm always trying to, like, you know, broaden it out a little bit and make the picture very obvious. And
you've done that very well for some time now, man. And when we talk about Heaven and we talk about this love song, man, you know, thank you for helping me connect to these lyrics. You know, I'm in a space now where I've got somebody, you know what I mean? We're all finding love in our proper you know, lives here. When you think about you know, this particular song and how it is really relatable to so many people in finding love, man, what's your blueprint, man? To
God.
Just do we keep on swiping? Do we just hopefully say the right things every once in a while, and when it works?
This was a chance encounter, this one, but yeah, no, it's good to not have to write songs every time about heartbreak.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely changed the way that alone has changed the way I write, because like the thought, like, I've had to think, so what's the concept? You know, if I'm not heartbroken, and every time I've released an album, then
literally my last you know, Heartbreak Weather was the title of it all.
Flickr was pretty sad too. Like, it's good to have like a new concept, and to be fair, the pandemic kind of helped the concept along, because the album's called The Show, and it's like basically a metaphor for life. You know, every show has its ups and its downs. It's like a
Let's talk about that, because it was, gosh, man, such a, for all of us fans to really still be there with you during this pandemic, where we were excited to see you on the road. But then it was like, oh, man, you know, unfortunately, we all went through that. You and I have chatted since then, but we tuned in masses to the Royal Albert Hall show. You were able to do something so special for your team and for your family. And you were able to challenge yourself, and you were able to grow during that period to create this music here, dude. That's got to be pretty dope, right?
Yeah, it was obviously like, I can't feel sorry for myself, because a lot of terrible things happened. But it was like, obviously I'd spent the 18 months leading up to the pandemic working on a record, and then it came out on the day that they were on the TV going, okay, you're not leaving your house again. And then I ran home to the UK and just sat there for months, and then wasn't feeling very creative at all. And then obviously I was seeing that the crews weren't being looked after, so I made it my business to go and you know, raise some money, you know, through the fans, a lot of money for our crew members that like we're all blacks all the time and never get seen. You know,
Yep.
I think people go to gigs and just go, oh, I wonder how that stage got there.
Exactly. Who unrolled that rug?
Yeah, it's actually just a drop, you know, like a curtain. But yeah, so I did that gig, and it was great, but it was strange. Yes. It was great to like watch back, like as a performance, but it was weird. When I was doing it, it was like performing in a library. Like it was.
You could hear a pin drop.
Oh, it was nuts.
The entire.
And we weren't allowed to bring anyone. There was no one there. It was just like me, my tour manager, the 5 guys on stage with me, 4 or 5 camera people, one lighting guy, a sound guy. It was like very small.
That was it.
The director, obviously, who was shooting it, Paul Dugdale. But apart from that, it was an odd one. But I'm glad I did it, obviously. But it was good to then. I think, do you know, when I think about it, that actually probably really provoked the start of the next record, because I probabed needed that.
Amazing.
It was like the world needed gigs and the crew needed money, but I needed to like. I needed that to start.
You needed something to jumpstart a reinvigoration.
Correct.
A creative.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
I got you, man. I'm
Cheers,
man.
My thesaurus.
I got your back.
But yeah, I probably needed that just to kind of get things rolling, because I'd written one song, and then didn't think much of it, and that was probably in like September or October. Okay. So this gig was in end of November, I think it was.
Yeah, it was just before Christmas.
And then that's when the album really got going, because I felt that buzz again. I wasn't feeling like so angry at the world.
Yeah. That's got to be cool when we get the show and you think about those songs being created at that point and where you've come from to where you are now. What's it going to mean to you to have the fans really connect to these stories for their own personal reasons? You know, knowing that they did come from this new growth and through this this funky time in the world.
Yeah, no, it's going to be. I think a lot of what I've written about is very relatable to that period in time too. I don't want it to be the pandemic album, but the thoughts were provoked during that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bigger picture stuff instead of being very minute, detailed singer-songwriter that I'm usually done. It's written similar, but it hasn't got the same kind of detail in it. But yeah, there'll be. I just get the feel as I was sitting there writing it. Like, honestly, this is not even a joke. Like, I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, they'll connect with this. They'll understand this. We've all been through this, you know, or whatever it may be. And then it's just about creating a vibe. Like, I've written a song about like feeling anxious and but it'll be okay is basically the concept of the song.
Yeah. And
the song is 170 BPM.
I was going to ask, dude, are there some songs that we're going to be able to twerk to?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
I'm not sure about twerking, because I won't be. I don't know if I can.
Don't know if the knees got.
I can't do it myself, so I couldn't get that rhythm going.
But there is some tempo. There's diversity in the sounds.
Yeah, but like it's a song that's got sad background, but I always try and dress them up so it doesn't sound like that.
Well, you know what? Let's think about a song right now that's just buzzing up the charts. You got Ray's Escapism record.
Yeah.
That's a powerful lyrical song, but with the energy behind it, that's
the thing.
Yeah.
Escapism is such a great song. I'm so happy for her, by the way, because we've obviously known about her for a very long time in the UK, and she's like been one of the most gifted songwriters in the country for years.
Yes. Yeah.
And she just needed to have that little moment. And now she's just going to write hit after hit. You're going to see a lot more from her.
Dude, believe that.
She's one of those people. She gets on a roll. She's crazy.
It's hard to stop. Hey, speaking of really being there and hit after hit and creating and finding not necessarily with Ray but new talent. I mean, let's tap a little bit on the fact that you get to be a part of The Voice, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What's that like? Pressing that button and having that. How fast does that chair spin around? Yeah, please give us.
It's about this speed.
All right, give it to us. Just a little bit awkward.
Yeah, it's long enough for it to be strange.
Yeah.
Also, it would be like we'd have to probably wear seatbelts if it went faster.
If it was a little bit faster.
Yeah. There's a couple of times where I've they're testing the chair. Like before each audition, they'll give it like a little thing to make sure that
it moves.
They're unlocked. And like I'll be standing up and be like, whoa.
Dude. When you're in that room with
like that quick, it won't be good. It's all about the perfect speed.
I'm crying real tears. When you're in that room with other tremendous.
And that's what you do when you get to turn around.
Come on, focus.
I'm just showing you how an audition goes. You know what I mean?
Jeez Louise. But when you're in that room with other amazing creatives. This is why I love this guy.
I know. And you know what the best thing about it is? Every single person in America right now thinks I'm being serious.
I know.
The old sarcasm never really stuck home here. It's just people are like, what's going on with that fella? He's mental.
Don't have a clue. Oh my God, I love you to death, bro. Being in that room though, with Blake, with Chance, with Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Finding new talent. You know, what are you learning for yourself from some of these upcoming artists?
It's crazy. Like, first of all, I got so lucky with the rest of the coaches. Like, we just get on so well. Yeah. Like, not even for the cameras. Like, our text chain is dangerous.
Serious.
Yeah. Oh. NBC would fire us if it was seen in public.
Hey, all right.
And then like just the talent level is just it's just off the charts. These days, kids are just built differently. Like I've got like a really young kid on my team, and like he's miles ahead of most 30-year-olds, never mind his own age. It's like you think you were talking to a 40-year-old man, but it's this little dude, and his voice is just incredible. And
wow, dude!
Like I remember his audition well. Like I'm still getting goosebumps of it now. Like he's that good. He's gonna be, and he's writing and producing his own stuff, and like sends me some stuff sometimes.
So excited!
Music is in a good spot.
It's in good hands. When we think about the other chairmates, man, let's do a little. How can we do this? Let's do duet, cover, or bonus track. All right, you can do a duet with one of your coach or one of your your co-coaches. You can I don't know, maybe cover one of their songs or record a bonus track with one of them. Make the bonus track might not make the full album. You know what I mean? It might not make the.
But it'll be the one that goes crazy on TikTok.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
You know what I mean?
Who would you like to do a duet with? One of your other coaches.
I never want to sing with Kelly Clarkson ever again. She's too good, man.
Too good.
She's crazy.
All right.
And she's so good. Like,
she's so good.
We'd just be like walking around backstage, and everything that comes out of her mouth, you're like, what the hell? I love Kelly. She's the best. Yeah, I'd probably cover one of hers.
Okay. Fair enough.
Breakaway.
Oh, solid choice.
Tune.
Solid choice.
Breakaway. I love that song, and I would do a duet with Blake.
All right.
He's got a song called God's Country, and that is right up my street.
That's right down your alley.
And chant me, because that'd be sick. Imagine he did like some sort of like a mix of me and him, and then he just was like,
I can hear it. I
can't right now, but we're gonna get to it.
It's not on the main album. Maybe the deluxe.
That guy, he's gifted.
Yeah,
he is off the charts talented.
Dude, oh my gosh, man, how much fun are you having in your heart and in your life as you lead up to live shows again? The release of this album coming here, watching the single, just really. I'm just
happy to be back.
Yeah,
like. To me, because like after the pandemic, I just wasn't doing anything. But post-pandemic, I got to it, and like that was probably only really a year making the record, which is what I normally do. It's just the pandemic made it feel a lot
longer, dude. Yeah, buddy.
So I was in the mix for the last like 18 months making the record. So but it's good to be back. Like I've went to so many festivals and so many gigs, and watching the Grammys and the AMAs and the Brits and all that, and I'm just like jealousy is the overriding feeling. I'm looking at people on stage having a great time. I'm like, get me back there quick. I'm like when it comes to the live stuff, I just can't wait for. Like I'm doing loads of festivals this year. Yeah. I'm doing Boston. I'm doing Atlanta. I'm going over to Europe. Going to Japan.
You got a ticket waiting for a brother, because I'll show up.
Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah.
And then
the way you said it.
And then
he's like, yeah, damn it.
And then next year we're obviously working on sticking a tour together, and the fans are like, when are you going on tour? It's like I'm not going to inevitably go on tour. I'm going on tour at some point. We just have to like put the thing together, and then I'll be back, and hopefully, depending on how the record does, we can play big venues and put on the show that I've always wanted to do, and just have a great time.
Well, brother, all jokes aside, I'm there for it. We are here for it. I mean, this has just been such a joy to watch your maturation, to watch your growth, to know that we go back to holding puppies to now sitting in this. You know what I'm saying? All the most random things.
Over at what was it, Q1?
Yeah, it was Q102 down the road in Philly.
Yeah,
man. You know what I mean?
Those were the days.
Those are the days, dude. But there's so many more of those amazing days to come. Which you've always open arms accepted me and us as music fans into your life, and being so vulnerable and open with your music, and it's just my honor to say thanks, dude. And it's really cool that I get to call you a bud and call you my mate. So again, let's get ready for the show, bro.
Show's about to begin, folks. Let's go.
Let's get it. Round of applause. This is Niall Horan, ladies and gentlemen.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
The 100.